Hello from the AT. It's day 212. And let's see, that would make it July 30th. So I'm finishing up my 7th month, and I am in the White Mountains in New Hampshire. And this was a pretty tough day for me because most of today was above tree line. So all these mountains above tree line, and I sleep in a hammock. So I had to go from the tree line about 14 miles away to the tree line that's about 2 or 3 miles down the hill here. So it's about a 16-mile day. So I started very early. It was a beautiful day, beautiful morning. I did about 3 hours before the sun came up. Stars were out. I had a crescent moon. It was just perfect weather. A little chilly, a little windy, but it was perfect for hiking in the summer anyway. Having a hard time keeping my balance. These mountains here are just a bunch of rocks, just a pile of rocks. So over here is let's see, I had to take my glasses off. This is Mount Washington over here. So right there is Mount Washington, I think. Yeah. So that's about 6,000 feet. I came up the other side of Mount Washington, and then I came down. There's a whole ridge that goes all the way here to Mount Madison. There's a couple of mountains in between here, but this is Mount Madison. And then you come down this ridge here to where I am now. And then I keep on going down. And there's a stream down there somewhere right at the tree line. That's where I'll be staying tonight. It's kind of strange how this works because I came east, about northeast to Mount Washington. I went north to follow the ridge, kind of curled around to Mount Madison, and now I'm going due south to Wildcat Mountain. Wildcat Mountain is, I can't see on my screen, but it's the ski resort there. And so I'm going to the far side of that mountain, climbing over the ski resort. That's Wildcat Mountain, and that'll get me, in a couple of days, that'll get me to the town of Gorham, which is over yonder, about 10 miles away from here. 2 or 3 days. I'm not sure how I'm going to hike it. I'm one day ahead of schedule because it was supposed to rain tomorrow, and I did not want to do this presidential range here in the rain. And today was perfect. I had almost unlimited visibility. Just a perfect day for hiking. And it's a Saturday, so there's a lot of people up here. A lot of day hikers. Kind of the view around. So the trail is marked not with white blazes on rocks, although there's a couple of them, but all these cairns, this pile of rocks. So you just follow the pile of rocks on the big pile of rocks, and that gets you to where you need to go. So today is a tough day, and I still got a couple more hours to go. Or maybe, yeah, about 2 hours probably, hour and a half or so. It's been good so far. I'm on schedule. Actually, I'm a day ahead because, like I said, tomorrow was supposed to rain. So I jumped a little bit. I did a little extra the other day so I get a head start. So I get to do this today on this perfect weather day. Probably do Wildcat tomorrow. And we get rain in the afternoon. And rain, I think, Sunday night, Monday, and Tuesday. So it's going to be wet. I haven't walked in the rain in, I think, since Connecticut. I don't even remember walking in the rain since Connecticut. I've seen rain, but I've always worked around it. Usually at this time of the year, it's afternoon thunderstorms. So I know if I'm going to have an afternoon thunderstorm, I'll wake up early, which I usually do anyway, do my 10 or 13 miles or whatever, set up my hammock, my tarp, and then I'm all set for the afternoon showers. Or if I know it's going to rain in the morning, I'll sleep in, wait for it to stop raining, and then do my 10 or 12 miles in the afternoon. So weather-wise, I've been really lucky. But that's going to change this weekend, I think. We'll see. So if I have to, I have an extra day of food here. So I might take a zero somewhere out there. But for sure I'm going to do Wildcat before it rains in the afternoon. And then it's pretty much level, no major mountains into Gorham to my next. It's a hostel that I'm picking up my mail drop. And I might take a zero either at the hostel or take a zero in the woods. Haven't done that in a long time. And I got the extra food, so I might just do the zero in the woods. And heck, I'll probably do a zero in the hostel too, because I'm about ready for a couple of zeros. After climbing Mount Washington today and down and over and around all these mountains, it's been a tough day. But couldn't ask for better weather. I got a bunch of pictures. I'll have them on my blog. Sarang hayo, bo.